Good afternoon. I'm very pleased to come to my community this afternoon to announce the arrest of Rico McLean with respect to the homicide that occurred at Popeyes on Livingston Road 10 days ago. Mr. McLean was located at a residence on Nova Avenue yesterday afternoon and taken into custody without incident. There is nothing for my community in terms of that narrative in social media, nothing to indicate that there is a long-standing dispute between these two individuals. What I can affirm for you today is that this conflict did arise as a result of the decedent in this cutting in line at the Popeyes restaurant, and then a confrontation occurs which over the course of several seconds then escalates into a homicide. Tragic. And it should be sobering to all of us that violence can erupt that quickly.
In an ordinary Popeyes restaurant on the 6200 block of Livingston Road in Oxon Hill, Maryland, a confrontation over a cut line spiraled into a fatal encounter. Rico McLean, a 32-year-old man, found himself sentenced to 22 years in prison for the death of 28-year-old Kevin Tyrell Davis. This is an incident that shocked a nation, and it all began on a seemingly normal day in November 2019. The tension ignited when Davis cut to the front of the line for chicken sandwiches, a popular new menu item that had customers queuing out the door. McLean was far from pleased with Davis's audacity. A brief argument ensued inside the restaurant, after which both men exited onto the sidewalk. It was there, in a confrontation that lasted no more than 15 seconds, that McLean plunged a knife into Davis's stomach. A single stab wound that would prove fatal as Davis succumbed to his injuries in the hospital. The incident quickly garnered national attention, coinciding with the frenzy over Popeye's new menu item and the long lines it brought with it. The Prince George's County State's Attorney's Office, led by Aisha Braveboy, sought a hefty sentence of 35 years for McLean. However, the court deemed 22 years sufficient. With the possibility of parole after serving 50% of his sentence and factoring in time already served, McLean could walk free in less than 10 years. Judge Peter Killow, who presided over the case, faced criticism for his lenient approach to sentencing, particularly in relation to juvenile offenders. His decision not to impose probation on McLean after his release was met with disapproval. The judge justified his decision, stating his concern for the impact of McLean's absence on his children. He referred to probation as a tripwire that could potentially land McLean back in the system post-release. The aftermath of the sentencing was marked by silence from both families. Davis's mother, displaying an astonishing level of compassion, declared in court that she would pray for McLean. McLean, in turn, apologized to Davis's family for his actions, showing remorse for the first time since the incident.